Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Wednesday. For market, I bring you the news update. Abia governor calls for the escalation of tension in the southeast, demands the immediate release of Kanu. Now, the Abia state governor, the new governor of Abia state, talking about Chief Alex Oti, has waded in finally into the imbroglio, confusion being orchestrated to the southeast by political actors and elements. Now the governor has said, look, the leader of the IPOB should be released immediately for tension to douse in the zone. Fresh details emerged from recently concluded security meeting that the Southeast governors had with the National Security Advisor. Those who were privy to that meeting indicate that the Abia State Governor has called on the federal government to release the leader of the IPOB, that's Kanu, from detention. Now, they said, look, the Abia State Governor, Alex Oti, made a strong case to why should Kanu be released without further delay. Yes, he made a case why he should be released without further delay. He was reported to have requested that the incarceration of Kanu should end. They should release him to himself as one of his own citizens in Abia. The governor said, the source said that those who were at the meeting were surprised. They were stunned to see the governor making strong case for Kanu. Of course, there were 5 governors in attendance, 5 southeastern governors. They have been jittery and they have been scolded, and they are afraid to speak in favor of Kanu. Talking about those governors. But in this case, they said Alex Oti was so, was fearless, determined, stout, and brave to drive home his point. They said the governor began by explaining the security implications of the continued detention of Kanu, insisting that it was not in the best interest of the nation to allow Kanu to remain in DSS dungeon. He recalled, talking about Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State, he recalled that before the first arrest and detention of Kanu, his agitation was not popular. People were there wasn't much enthusiasm before he was arrested. Firstly, I think that should be in 2017 by Buhari's regime. That's what Alex Oti is saying. So the government of Nigeria made him more popular, made Kanu more popular, and they made agitation to gather momentum more and more because of their stiff-necked approach to the whole situation. Correct. He argued that the government of Nigeria escalated the whole situation when they launched Operation Python Dance in the southeast, targeting Kanu. Abia governor argued that given that this is a new administration, that Bola Tinubu's administration is new, he should seize the momentum and launch a new narrative aimed at de-escalating the insurrection in the country. The governor argued that even though Kanu's detention is presently a subject of litigation, a political solution will serve everyone better. That is what the governor said. Said the political solution will serve everyone better. And that is it. So again, we thank the governor for finally speaking up. Governor Alex Oti has been very careful and meticulous in his handling of the security situation in his own state. We haven't heard him make any statement in favor against the sit at home and anything that has been happening concerning the lockdown. So in this instance, he has made a statement concerning Kanu. And he has not said anything against or in favor of Kanu to this moment that he has made this public. statement calling on the federal government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, that meeting was, held in closed doors. They never allowed anybody to get the information of whatever they discussed. Journalists was barred from entering, but people who were privy, revealed this to us, that this is what happened, that this is what transpired, and he made serious case concerning this release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to de-escalate tensions. Governor of Imo was there. He will never say anything that will stop this insurrection they are causing in the zone. The governors are causing it. The insurrection, they're enjoying it. They like it. They move in armored tanks and, with the military, the army, navy, as if we are in Darfur. As if we are in Sudan, where they are currently fighting. Okay? So, if we are in wartime, let them indicate that this is a war situation. Because already they have made everything to look like war. The way they are bringing troops, military, everything to the eastern Nigeria is pathetic. And now they are afraid to mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to say his name before their masters, those who they are worshipping, groveling at. So that is the point. We're not talking about those who are in Enugu. The one that will say his Peter Mba. He will never say anything good about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or his release. He's fighting against it at home and lockdown. That is his achievement in office. We don't know what he will use to celebrate their 100 days in office they normally used to celebrate. Okay? That they are 100 days in office. And that 100 days they normally celebrate it, in emptiness. Nothing to show for it. And so, but we appreciate Governor Oti for this thing he has said. It's in the best interest of everyone, both the government who are governing the people, destroying the means of livelihood of the people by looting the resources meant to develop and cater for the people, and the people themselves who have suffered a lot in the hands of these looters, vultures, locusts. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will serve everyone good. Yes, that is the center. That is the striking the balance, is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. That's the only way to strike the balance in this whole imbroglio, in this whole confusion that the government of Nigeria and their cohorts, their collaborators in the Southeast, the governors they have created in the zone. That is the point. Okay? So people like, the governor of Ebonyi State is still studying the whole situation. He has not yet made any statement. Okay? So we are still waiting for a strong approach from these people to show how interested they are. But for this moment, nothing. They have shown no interest in bringing peace to the Southeast. Talking about the governors, they have showed little or no interest at all. So we are still watching.